welcome back to my channel, and today is a very special day. 20 years ago, I drove this highway for my first major photo project that I sort of put together in my head, and it was a lot of fun. And now I get a chance to do it again. So why come down on this stretch of highway? Well, 20 years ago, this stretch of highway was one of the most dangerous in all of Arizona. So along this part of the highway, we have various memorials for, unfortunately, the danger of this road. And so 20 years ago, I set out to take pictures and document all of these roadside memorials. Now I'm hoping that 20 years later, I'll still see them kept and cared for the way they were before. Now, these are not just significant to the individuals and the families who've put these here, but we also want to understand the cultural significance of these types of memorials and markers. So I'm out today hoping to be able to document these, and I don't know if I
At 118 miles or 190 kilometers, Arizona 86 runs parallel to the Mexican border through southern Arizona. Beginning in Ajo, where it branches off from Arizona 85, the road travels east through the Tohono O'odham Reservation, which is the third largest in the United States, sitting on 2.8 million acres that straddle the United States-Mexico border, passing Kitt Peak on the way to Tucson, where the road ends at Interstate 19. Throughout much of the Southwest, descansos have been around since the Spanish settled here in the late 1500s. Descansos are deeply rooted in southwestern Hispanic culture. The word means resting place, and it is believed to refer to the days when coffins were transported by horse or cart or carried by hand over many miles for burial in a camposanto. When the mourners rested for the evening along their journey, they erected markers made of stacked stones. Putting the stories together, we can see the word descanso is used to refer to more than just a temporary resting place, but also the ultimate resting place. Today, descansos mark where the spirit left the body or where the incident occurred that ultimately resulted in death. But it's not just about the idea of death. It is actually built to keep alive memory. So mourners will build descansos and decorate them with fresh or artificial flowers, photos, signs, candles, stuffed animals, candies, decorations, and they are maintained and kept through a process of keeping alive memory. the more we understand the meaning behind the descansos, we begin to see how incredibly personal and emotional they are, but yet they are public at the same time. They are there for you to see, facing the road as a reminder and possibly a warning. While it is a fact that descansos have been around for a long time, roadside memorials are a relatively new tradition in the Southwest. It is believed that they originated in Arizona. In the 1940s and 1950s, the Arizona Highway Patrol used white crosses to mark the sites of fatal car accidents. Families of road crash victims continued this practice after the Arizona state government determined that it was inappropriate for the Highway Patrol to continue erecting the crosses.
Well, that is it. I'm gonna call it a day. I definitely didn't have the time, and I knew I didn't have the time to recreate the entire journey that I took 20 years ago. That would require actually going into Mexico down to Puerto Penasco, staying the night, and enjoying a bit of the scene down there and getting some really good fish tacos. But that's not gonna happen this time. Got my parents back at the house, and they're the priority when I come back to Tucson every year. So it was nice to get some time out with the camera, kind of relax a little bit and not think about the other sort of pressures that life has. And that's always a nice little thing. And I think many of us choose photography because it allows us to have that space. So I'm thankful for that. I'm also thankful for your time. Thank you again for watching. I always appreciate it. I'll see you next time.